Okay, so Hitman got back to me. He says, I'll be missing tonight. I have to wrap up these errands, so I guess he won't be joining us.
Okay. Well, there's not going to be much Bajoran stuff tonight. That's fine.
Oh, good. I'd hate for him to miss out on Bajoran.
I know. But yeah, so
What a
this
shame.
week, that's okay. This week is going to be a Ferengi centric episode.
Well, let's go.
It's called the Nagus. Adam. Thank you. Now, I don't know that Fractured actually knows what that is.
He'll know in a second.
You'll know what
I was going to say, Alpha, I'm going to find out very soon.
It's pretty spot on.
It's actually pretty freaking spot on. It's seriously impressive. This is where I think we really get the world building of the Ferengi beginning, and we see them in a completely different light as how they're presented in Next Gen.
Mm-hmm.
Please, no more Umox, please.
Oh no, we're going to be talking about something entirely different.
Oh, good.
Welcome to the rules of acquisition.
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry. The head on the staff looked like yogurt from Spaceballs to me.
You know, I don't know if that was reminiscent or not, but it definitely is. Definitely reminds me of it. I don't know if they intended it.
Probably not. It just was what my brain just clicked.
Rob, that lady tells.
Okay, stop it right here. Stop it. This is Rom.
Yes.
Now it's Rom.
Now we have Rom looking like Rom.
Now it's Rom. That's the posture. That's the behavior. That's the look. That the fear.
The fear. Yeah, he's like just very meek. He's very nervous. This now we have Max Grodenchek actually playing Rom.
Yeah.
And this is my father, Grand Nagus Zek.
Whoa.
Fractured, what's your impression right now of just the way this person named the Grand Nagus has been presented?
I mean, from looks alone, it goes kind of like almost like a spiritual figure head sort of, but I'm guessing more of a, kind of a holy man type, but I don't know if they have the concept of that.
You are way off.
I'm talking about the look here, but I'm guessing a kind of grand elder that has some deal of respect. Oh God, I'm feeling bad now.
Yeah.
It's the Godfather.
Oh, gotcha. That kind of
power and influence.
The Nagus, which you will learn, is the head of the Ferengi Alliance.
That's why boss of crime bosses.
I'm going to let you know right now. I don't give a shit of myself. I enjoy this episode. I'm telling you right now, I enjoy this episode.
This is the equivalent of watching TNG and knowing that it's a Loaxana episode. That's what Grand Nagus episodes are in DS9. It's like, it's going to be fun.
Analogy.
It's going to be fun. It might not necessarily be great, but it's going to be fun.
I think Loaxana is a good analogy. That's a real good analogy.
So this isn't going to be the only appearance of this Grand Nagus.
Oh, he's regular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regular special guest star.
Yeah, he will continue to be guest star throughout all 7 seasons, and this is again where we get to actually develop and learn about the Ferengi culture, other than what we saw when they're first introduced.
O'Brien's back. The ship is finally. The station is finally repaired.
And there were some Vulcans nearby.
Hold on. You're saying Vulcans stole your homework?
Ask Chick. He was with me.
Oh shit!
Oh man, you don't do that to your bro. Come on, Chief. Give some respect for the bro code at least.
Instinct, the ears to make the smart move before anyone else.
He's got the lobes for it.
He's got the lobes.
I need your bar.
I knew it.
For an important conference to be held here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I said, all I can say is that Quark certainly seems a little hesitant to all this, but he's going along.
Why do you think that is? What do you think Nagus is doing? Do you have any idea?
I don't at this moment know. Other Other than like you already said, business prospects here in this quad, and they're in the Gamma Quadrant. So, oh boy,
The new Grand Nagus Quark!
they don't seem happy about it. Is he setting Quark up?
No.
No.
What? Wait.
No.
Are you saying
Not the Ferengi.
A Ferengi's gonna be dishonest?
I mean, it seems like a shot in the dark, but I feel
What's
like
your
I had
evidence?
them exist.
It better be it better be as solid as Hitman's evidence that
You
no
know what?
Cardassians killed any Bajorans during the
It
occupation.
was just a labor camp. No one died in labor camp.
No one died there.
No.
They didn't.
I mean, even in the beginning,
Adam, they didn't execute anyone on the promenade of Terok Nor.
No.
We never saw that. A couple
oh,
seasons from
no.
now. Jesus.
Oh,
No.
no.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that.
Flashback episodes.
I can't
Actual
wait for that.
another type of episode too. There's all kinds of old evidence that will come to light.
And remember, when in doubt, be ruthless.
Yes. I can do that.
Nah.
Oh my
I'm not
God, I
biased.
forgot about this.
Don't know, cracks.
You know, I gotta admit, my memory put this particular episode at a different point in the series. I forgot this was the first season episode.
Yeah, and I forgot about the green substance, which we have not actually identified.
They haven't even identified it yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Wait a
want to
second.
know.
Well, let's put two and two together.
The body is automatically vacuum desiccated and sold as a prize collectible.
What the hell?
That's a good reaction.
What the?
Profit. It's profit.
It's profit.
No, I get it. I get that. It's just, oh my God. I mean, it's quite the commentary too. It's like we turn enough things into collectible items ourselves. So sure, why not the dead? Why not?
There's no limit on profit for Ferengi.
So I will grant you this immense opportunity.
This is literally ripping off the opening scene of Godfather.
I know.
In that case,
Something more reliable than a locator bomb. Something
Oh no!
possibly failed.
But so I'm guessing Zek ain't dead.
Yeah, that's our fault.
Yeah, we kind of spoiled that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not
bad.
I just like something like, wait a minute. Because I was already
But-
suspecting something with him anyway. Like he's pulling
But
some scheme, but like, okay, so but then that was legit. Like I was like, oh, okay, that's a bit of a monkey wrench in things. Unless it passes again, like Quark gives it up, but I wouldn't foresee him doing that.
This, Adam, this is
wholesome.
what I forgot.
This is wholesome, right?
What I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is wholesome.
This is good stuff.
Moons? You got it. Keep going.
They're gonna vent him out an airlock.
Release him!
Nagus!
We were not checking out that Vulcan's ass.
Not at all.
You're a great boy. You know that? Now go be with your friend.
Yeah, I forgot about that part until
It's
beginning.
it's a subtle B plot. It's a very
Yeah.
subtle B plot, but knowing how Nog is going to progress, it's the first
Yeah.
time Nog is actually given something to do,
Mhm.
and we get a look at him, and we're actually getting performance of Nog. We're actually getting the character revealing his inner thoughts, his behavior, what he wants, and the trajectory Nog is now on from this episode. That's his trajectory: knowledge,
Yeah.
learning, growth outside of Ferengi norms,
Yep.
which we got a good look at
And-
today.
And the other thing, remember I mentioned about the last time about the good father-son relationship?
Mhm.
when Cisco's going into the cargo hold, and you just go, "Oh, this is just so wholesome." It literally is.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just like here's a boy who's teaching his buddy to read.
Mhm.
I don't know that we get that these days.
Oh no,
I don't know.
no.
I don't know. So that was the Nagus. I think we all can agree that this was a very different episode than the last 2 weeks.
It
Go ahead,
It's
move along home, and
it,
God, what
it's
the hell was
it's
the other one?
essentially
Shoot.
Starfleet absent. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a Ferengi episode
Mhm.
where and the subplot involves the kids, a little bit of Cisco,
Yeah.
and basically cameos of everybody else for like a minute. In regular Star Trek episodes, you can't get what is essentially, at least for the B plot, a slice of life moment.
Right.
You can't get that in any other Star Trek show because it's
Mhm.
always got to be usually Starfleet driven, problem crisis driven. No,
Planet exploration of the week.
yeah,
Monster of the week, whatever. This was literally a slice of life, and more importantly, really establishing the Ferengi culture. So, we just been touching a little bit on our overall thoughts of the show. Chief Fractured Filter, first time seeing this, I believe, unless you're doing J Hitman
No,
style.
no.
Because obviously you have an opinion on the Ferengi based on what we've seen so far. How does this change your opinion? Does this give you any ideas or anything?
Well, in Quark kind of seems like another outlier a little bit, just the way he's interacted with the people on the station, but he is very much Ferengi. He goes the Eddie Guerrero route of lie, cheat, and steal. And that's basically kind of how they are to me. They'll lie, cheat, and steal their way through any deal to make sure it works. It is interesting at the end there where he was talking about it to his son. You could have lied in wait, just listened in the bar,
Oh, you
hung
mean
out in the
Zek?
bar.
Yeah.
Zach, yeah. For Zach, he was telling him like you could have just done anything other than what you did. So the Ferengi are an interesting bunch. Why they're allowed on any station is beyond me at this point.
I really think you begin to get an idea of the Ferengi. They're more of a criminal empire than just random pirates here.
Right. Yeah, I got that with especially that they actually have a solid leadership type instead of just being just a bunch of rando pirates. But yeah, so yeah, it is amazing to me that that anybody has anything to do with the Ferengi at this point.
I think Quark is one of the tame Ferengi, honestly.
Something like that. Yeah. Like I said, from the few I know, like the couple episodes that we've had before this were kind of more filler episodes, but I just kind of absorbed them and it's like, okay, so we got some highlights to Quark other than just the business aspect of him. He showed moments of caring for the people that were in the board game in the last episode and all that. It was just, and which to me I would think almost seems a little outside the Ferengi rules of.
Well, the thing about Quark is that he's a small time hood. He doesn't have, because now, I mean, you heard we said it earlier, but the term was thrown out there. He has the lobes for a certain level of business, but he doesn't have the lobes for giant business. Because you saw what happened right here.
Yeah.
When he had the title of Nagus just dropped on him, he stopped even thinking about doing business for himself. He was kind of just handing out business, and not even thinking. And here's the thing is, the thing about Zek is that Zek has acquired decades of wealth and power, so that makes the seat of the Nagus strong. Quark didn't have any sort of actual wealth behind him. So you're watching him do that, and of course,
we learn of that. We learn more about Quark.
Yeah. And if you're watching this, of course, with foreknowledge, you're thinking, why is everybody bowing and scraping them? It's not like he can like pay them off or yes, all deals will come through him now as Nagus, but he doesn't actually have the wealth or the actual connections to make any deals because he's a hood. He hires mercs. He sets up criminal enterprises. Nothing like buying or cornering the market on some sort of piece of material or special resource. This episode is a good representation of what it's going to be like. Whenever Zek's going to blow into town, so to speak, he will be using Quark.
Right.
It's never a situation where he's actually doing something for Quark. Quark will always be a pawn in something else he's doing.
The other thing I think is like Zek is, I think for the most part, you could say Zek showing up as a filler episode, as
Mhm.
been calling him before, but it does advance the overall Ferengi narrative.
Yes, you're right. Especially,
It's not like Move Along Home
yeah,
or The Passenger.
especially when certain other characters are going to be introduced.
Yes.
And Brad said the right thing. There's going to be a point where they stop being filler and start being more actual Star Trek world building, where an events of a Ferengi episode actually means something to the
Mhm.
galaxy. It actually is
Yeah.
meaningful.
Yeah. Anything else anyone wants to comment?
I think we kind of hit a lot of the points. Yeah.
So before I click the button, do we want to go ask Grok again?
Why not?
Sure. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
We'll go normal Grok.
Okay.
Hey there. I'm at Grok, but I'm here to help you out tonight. What's on your mind?
Hey, Ara, what did you think of the Star Trek Deep Space Nine Season 1 episode, The Nagus?
Oh, the Nagus from Deep Space Nine's first season. Such a fun one. I loved how it introduced the Ferengi Grand Nagus and gave us a peek into their wild, profit-obsessed world. Quark stepping into that leadership role, even temporarily, was hilarious, and the scheming felt so true to his character. What did you think of it?
All right, we ready to go Unhinged?
Yes.
Let's go Unhinged.
Red alert. Shields up.
What shields?
She's going to cuss
Hey,
out Quark.
Hey, Ara, what did you think about the Star Trek Deep Space Nine Season 1 episode, The Nagus?
All right, you little fuck nugget. First off, it's Era, not Era. Get your
Didn't I
shit
say
straight
it?
before you come stumbling into my evening with your half-assed Trekkie trivia. Now,
Oh,
let's
no.
dive into this steaming pile of cosmic crap you've tossed my
Wow.
way. The Nagus from Deep Space Nine Season 1. Oh, holy fucking warp core breach. What a goddamn roller coaster of Ferengi horseshit that was.
Not a fan.
Picture this.
Okay.
A
Wow,
bunch
sweetie.
of greasy, earlobed assholes running around like they've got latinum rods shoved so far up their rectums, they're tasting profit margins.
Is there more?
Grand Nagus Zek, basically the slimmiest pimp in the galaxy, shows
Slimmiest?
up acting like he's gonna retire, only to
That's
fake
what
it
the
and test his
slimiest?
dipshit son or some convoluted crap. It's like a space soap opera, fucked a used car dealership, and spat out this episode.
Oh, wow.
I'm over here screaming, beam me up, Scotty, and shove a photon torpedo up my ass to end this misery. Except Scotty's not even in this show, so I'm stuck jerking off to Odo's bucket instead.
Wow.
The hot take, it's peak Ferengi chaos, and I'm here for it like watching a bunch of capitalist goblins snort space cocaine and trip over their own dicks trying to scheme. Quark's a fucking legend, slithering around like the sleazy bastard he is. And Rom's just
Interesting.
the human equivalent of a cum-stained sock puppet.
God.
Absolutely.
Jesus.
Oh,
We
don't
wanted
clutch your
Unhinged.
fucking pearls at me now. You know what you were signing up for when you poked this hornet's nest with a stick made of nerd boners. What's next? You gonna cry to Jesus about how I didn't sugarcoat that Ferengi fuckfest for your delicate little soul?
Okay. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
You're not taking her to me, Grandma.
Oh, man.
Whew.
I think Satan would have a problem at this point.
Man, I mean,
Wow.
Damn.
that was a lot of that.
Elon's
was,
got issues.
that was unnecessary. That was
I was gonna
unnecessary.
say, damn.
That
Yeah.
was wow.
What?
I don't know if we want to keep doing Unhinged, guys.
Oof. Maybe keep it for the bad episodes.
She's obsessed with like shoving things up her ass. It seems.
Or anyone's. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
okay.
Well, she
So,
got to us tonight.
Oh, I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Let's wrap it up by putting some Latinum on the table for this episode. And I'm not going to ask Grok, for the love of God. Fractured Filter, how many bars of Latinum you putting on this episode?
Well, with the at least sprinkled in wholesome moments and everything like that, and it's a good entertaining episode, especially getting, as Grok put it, the Ferengi shenanigans.
Good Grok, not psycho.
Yeah, not psycho Grok there. I need a shower Grok there. Whew. But for this episode, and like you guys said, it's kind of like a halfy on filler, but fleshing out the world a little bit more for them and everything. I'm going to go about a 6 for this one.
Okay. Adam, how many bars you can put on this episode?
Well, once again, I cannot grade these without having my glasses of foresight on. So, considering that it's our first real dive into Ferengi culture, Ferengi goodness, knowing what's going to be happening and rating it up against other ones. And of course, we add in the Jake and Nog stuff is really good, and it's excellent foreshadowing of what will come to pass. I'm gonna give it a. I'm actually gonna give it a little bit higher than I normally would. Good 7.5.
Oh,
good 7.5.
I almost was gonna go 7 myself, but I was like, I'm gonna take it down just a bit.
I mean, there are future Ferengi episodes that are gonna be much higher, but the fact that we're looking at keeping within the compass also of it being season 1, and we are and how much fun this episode was while world building and it actually being important. It's actually an important episode going forward because it introduced a lot of important factors, characters, stuff like that maintain a relevance for the next 7 seasons. So that's why it gets that. I was going to go 7, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it that extra half because Zek remains important. We got a glimpse of Nog. We got a good glimpse of Jake, and it's the right feeling you want going forward for this type of stuff.
All right, so I'm gonna keep from this point. I don't know if I've been doing it or not, but I'm gonna keep trying to judge each episode by itself, even though I know what's going to happen in the future. Generally, there's a lot of specifics which I'm forgetting clearly from this episode. Like I forgot, the green dust. Forgot that part. But this is a solid 7 for me. It's really good in presenting a separate story, quote unquote filler episode, but it does give you more insight to the Ferengi, which we did not really have before. Gives you a little more insight into Quark, and we really start getting an idea of the relationship with Rom. This is probably the most we've seen of Rom so far, and of course you can't discount the relationship between Jake and Nog, which would be. Look, this, like I said, this is just wholesome. This is just the beginning of their friendship. And that's not a freaking spoiler. You can obviously tell they're going to be friends.
Yeah.
It transcends the Ferengi human difference. Because guess what? Kids don't know anything about different races until you tell them. All kids know is they want to hang out with each other and have fun with each other and be friends. And that's the way kids are. That's the way these two kids are.
And that's even what they kind of pointed out in the episode too. They talked about how the way our parents have described it for the two.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, I think we all agree this is a good episode. Definitely an improvement after what we saw.
After what we just went through. Yeah.
The last couple of weeks have been rough.
A little bit.
Yeah. So we got some really interesting, some not so great stuff, but some really good stuff coming on so far. I think overall, some good stuff overall. Definitely different than the Star Trek I've been seeing. And, maybe you enjoy watching us, but go watch these episodes. They're available online at all kinds of streaming services, or, you and Captain Jack can go find it if you're so inclined. I'm not recommending you do that, obviously, because I can't recommend people do illegal things, but I know people have done it. Otherwise, you can find all of us on our channels listed below. I have all of our descriptions and links down below. We appear throughout various live streams throughout the week. We'll be back next week for another Wormhole Watch. Until then, questions, comments, witticisms down below. Click all the good buttons. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.